Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Empire of Ember. It is by Polax Games and is currently in early access on Steam for 25 bucks US. If you've played a game called Ember, this is set in the same universe as that. The first game in the series, Ember, was a Diablo-alike top-down action RPG. This one is a Mountain Blade-esque first-person RPG with some, base building and army management things. Only set in a fantasy realm where there's magic and stuff. Basically, this realm, there are these embers that fell from the sky, these shards. People who are magic wielders gain their magic from these shards, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. It's very interesting. I really enjoyed the first game in the series, Ember. I felt it was a sleeper hit to me, because it was very few people know about it, but it was really good, I think. So I was very excited when I saw this game come out. I didn't even realize that they were working on a second game in the series. So very interested to see this. I have played the tutorial, but I'm going to play the tutorial again because it introduces some story. It also shows the 3 major weapons that you have. A mace, a wand, and a bow. So you'll be able to get a good look at how that all lines up properly and all that stuff. So I am going to time box it though, and we're going to start a new campaign. You can see there's different difficulties. We'll leave it on medium for now, even though I got pretty wrecked as soon as it let me go from the tutorial. I died, so we'll see how well this goes. But I am going to give it 45 minutes, since we're going to start with the tutorial here. And that 45 minutes starts... Oh, by the way, there's no... the voice acting... The opening scenes, there's no captions for it. However, it should, hopefully, the voiceover should be audible. It does kind of peak a little bit, but it should be fine. It's very short. The in-game does have captions though, and I've also cranked all of the settings up to maximum, so there will be some FPS drops. It's early access, so I'm kind of expecting that anyway, because it's not going to be fully optimized yet. But just understand that I've also cranked everything up to maximum. The one thing I will say, I did have to turn VSync on because particularly in the beginning, in the opening sequence with the animated panels and stuff, I was getting a lot of screen tearing. So all those things I wanted to let you guys know. But let's get this thing started. We'll give them 45 minutes, starting now. You were born as a boy. Our name will be Mim. Abandoned by your parents at birth, you were found by a kind-hearted man who took you into his home. He was a poor farmer who tended an unruly field. One day, whilst playing with your friends, you were overcome with a flush of energy. Sparks shot forth from your hands as you cast a spell for the very first time. What was it? I'll say a fireball that sparked a dry hay bale. When your master offered the chance to study a particular area of magic, you chose destruction, wielding power against your foes. One day, whilst running an errand for your master, you came across a thug harassing an old man in the streets. You protected the old man with a barrier. One night, after a tough day of training, your mind began to wander. You thought to your future, to the adventures you would soon undertake, and you asked yourself, what did you want out of life? To explore lands where man had yet to tread. Yet before your training could conclude, dire news found you. Your father had passed. Returning home to claim your newfound inheritance, you found he had left you a magical artifact. We'll go with a Featherfall ring, which aided in many a daring escape. There we go. +1 athletics, +1 constitution, +3 willpower. We have a Featherfall ring. Let's roll with it.
In the beginning, there were the Embers, magical crystals that rained down from the sky onto Tomas, causing fear and panic. Of the dominant races, only the humans overcame their fear with curiosity, and in so doing, gave birth to the Lightbringers. These brave souls unlocked the magical potential of the Embers and created a powerful bond unrivaled by any other race. The Lightbringers came to dominate the world, masters of all they surveyed. But they were not beloved. The other races of Tomas looked on them with fear and anger. Just when they seemed unstoppable, the elves attacked. The assault caught the Lightbringers unprepared. The battle left their palace in ruins, their benevolence destroyed, and the elves banished to the wilderness. Now only the humans would enjoy the generosity of their overlords. In the village of Majas, a baby was found abandoned. The villagers adopted it as Maneth the Lightbringer looked on in approval. Soon he saw great potential in the child and declared that he'd found an apprentice. And so, after years of being a dutiful assistant, the apprentice was ready to take the next step. Enter the tomb of Kroth the Unyielding in search of the dead Lightbringer's Ember.
Where am I?
Take a moment, and your eyes will become accustomed to the gloom.
Maneth, what happened to my bedchamber? Is this a dream?
It is not a dream, young apprentice. It is a test. The time has come for you to take the next step in your training.
But I didn't prepare for this.
You did not. A Lightbringer must learn to handle the unexpected, always.
I'll do my best.
Do you see the mace on the ground? Pick it up.
Okay. Grab the mace.
It feels odd.
It is cursed.
What?
You'll find out on your wedding night.
What kind of a test is this?
It is a test of everything I have taught you. If you succeed, you will have taken your first step toward becoming a Lightbringer.
And if I fail?
Try to focus on the positive, my boy. Now, proceed down the hallway and we can begin.
What is this place?
You are in the tomb of Kroth the Unyielding. In life, he cared only for power and broke a sacred Lightbringer tradition when his Ember was interred with him. It is your task to retrieve it.
That sounds easy enough.
No one has entered this tomb in a generation. Look sharp as I open it for you.
Go. So, a couple of things that it taught me there is we have telekinesis, so we can actually pull things, push things around with the control key. And if you stand still, your mana regens. So, there you go.
All alone in an ancient tomb. You can do this.
I didn't say you'd be alone in there.
Oh.
You have opened a portal to Kroth's inner sanctum. Hurry, before it closes.
Okay, shift to run.
Kroth's followers were entombed with him, and his magic animates their corpses. Such is the power of the Ember.
Their stench is awful.
Strike them down as you see fit. They feel no pain.
Ugh, disgusting.
I didn't realize there was a dodge. It actually says press Alt to dodge, and I did not even know that that was a thing. That would have been helpful to know before. Unfortunately, Alt to dodge is not a great key. In fact, I think I want to remap that to something, but let's see here. Controls. Dodge. Try, rather have control the dodge instead of cast select spell. Wait, what is the right mouse button for? Defend. That's right. Okay. Can I, let's see if I can make it one of these other buttons. That might work. Okay. Well, we'll try that. Although it uses up all of my dodging, uses up every little bit of stamina I have, so that's interesting. Go. Do they have rot so I can't, like, move once they die here? Use up a whole cloud. No? There's a little symbol of a shield that shows up that you can use to right-click to block. Although it does, like, I guess there's like a partial block and a full block, because it does, like, icon does change after you've blocked once or so.
Maneth, was this an apprentice who failed?
Ah, no. This wizard used his power for evil. You should take up his wand, though. It may still have some life left in it.
Alright. And the wand, which is going to be the one that I ultimately use, and you'll see why. Let's grab this and toss these fools down here. Whoops, I did not mean to do that.
Masterful, young
Yeah.
apprentice. You're learning quickly.
Cool.
You must know when to attack and when to run.
How will I know which is correct?
You won't, but always remember your freeze spell. It will buy you time to decide.
Whoa! Okay, that was interesting. I got a little boost here. And now on the ceiling. Okay, I jumped. Oh, this is bad. I jumped just as they hit me, and it sent me through the ceiling. Okay, this is yikes. Okay. Okay, that was a bit of a problem. Let's continue maybe. Oh no, this put me into another save. Rat. All right. We're gonna have to do it again, my friends. EDM tutorial. I'll just go through these quickly. Unfortunate. I'll do these real fast. That. The fall ring. That going.
In the beginning,
Get that.
Take a moment, and your eyes will become accustomed.
Okay.
Maneth, what happened?
It is not a dream,
But
There we go. Alright, we'll just try to get through this quickly here. Don't punish the game too much for that one.
it feels odd.
it is cursed.
What?
You'll find out on your wedding night.
What kind of a test is this?
It is a test of everything I have taught you. If you succeed, you will have taken your first step toward becoming a light bringer.
What is this place?
You are in the tomb of Croth the Unyielding. No,
Let's wait here for a second to regain our mana. I don't really need
All alone
much
in
right
an
now.
ancient tomb. You can do this.
I didn't say you'd be alone in there.
Oh,
Uh-oh. I can't hear. Oh, here we go. Oh, I gotta be at a certain distance. There.
You
There
have
it is.
opened a portal to Croth's inner sanctum. Hurry, before it closes.
Where I didn't have this many problems when I played this off camera.
Croth's followers were entombed with him, and his magic animates their corpses. Such is the power of the Ember.
their stench is awful.
Strike them down as you see fit. They feel no pain.
Ugh, disgusting.
All right, I'm not getting. Oh man, this is a problem. I'm not getting like prompts on the screen. My HUD is gone, which is a problem because I don't know how much health I have or anything. I guess because I skipped some of that stuff, it didn't give me a HUD. Ah, boy. Well, this is kind of terrible because it's. I have broken the game
Was this an apprentice who failed?
unintentionally,
Oh, no.
and now it's going to look like the game is really broken when in fact I did this without any problems.
Masterful young apprentice, you're learning quickly.
All
You
right,
must know when to
got some
attack
coins and
when
stuff
to
here.
run.
How will I know which is correct?
You won't, but always remember your freeze spell. It will buy you time to decide.
Okay. Here. Now I can't move.
No, you will not fall this
Okay.
day, my boy. Let me heal you.
You can't really fail the tutorial, but these guys hitting you, they are a bit OP. When they hit you, because it's like they slow you down so much that you can't really do anything. But again, that's just something they're gonna have to fix. They're gonna have to tweak that, I think. It is a bit ridiculous. Alright, so that's the wand. You can see why I
Do not
want
be
to use
shy
the
about
wand.
embracing new weapons. That bow may be just the thing you need.
There's
This is
Ember
the
crystal
bow.
you seek is down there, but proceed with caution. The barrels of embalming oils can explode if they
Oh,
are
this is the
disturbed.
problem. I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. If I have that, I'm gonna say if I don't have the HUD for when I can shoot the bow, then this is gonna be a real problem. The other problem is I can't see how much power. Normally, there's a power bar that would show you how much power you're gonna like when you hold it down. Say how much power you're putting into your swing. But we can't see it because I can't see the HUD. Unfortunate. Go. Gonna make it even worse here because we're gonna get a spawn here. Not this guy, but the boss guy is going to be a problem. I wonder if I go into options if it will fix it. Oh. That UI is just permanently gone. Hopefully it'll come back in the main game.
Maneth, is that Croth?
Oh, it is. I had hoped his was the sleep of eternity. I was mistaken.
What should I do?
Do your best, and pray that you succeed.
Why don't you give me my cursor back? That'd be great. Guy's at right now. Where did he go?
Is he gone?
He is. Now, step forward and take the Ember from Croth's resting place. You have earned it.
Oh, I guess he must have... Wow. He must have teleported somewhere where he died. Because before I had to... Oh, and now my UI's back. Okay, that's good. Before I had to actually kill him.
It evaporated into the ether, and our hero carefully picked up the Ember crystal from its stone tomb. He had never held one before. It was lighter than he'd imagined, almost floating on its own. But the power it contained was evident from the moment our hero laid hands on it. It was a thing of beauty and mystery and great responsibility.
He was Spider-Man.
Our hero packed the Ember away for the return trip to Maneth's tower. The old Lightbringer would know how best to begin the teaching.
Alright, and then you get to choose your starting weapon. I am obviously going to go with the wand. The bow is not particularly good. It's got such a long pullback and stuff that you're hit like 3 times by the time you actually get an arrow off. So not interested in that. More interested in this. So that's what we're going to use. You can see it was like a shotgun, pretty much. Although each hit was not doing a whole lot of damage. I feel kind of bad because, like, literally the first time I played this, I didn't have any bugs in the tutorial.
Why did you not bring me back to your tower?
I am sorry, young apprentice. Something interfered with my spell. Please, hurry inside.
Oh no, do I not have a UI for this either? Oh, this is a problem.
There's a stench in the air, Maneth. I've never smelled anything so awful.
I've just spotted an army of goblins approaching outside the city gates. Ah, vile things. This is madness! Goblins aren't ever this organized. Some other force must be guiding them.
They're everywhere!
I need you to evacuate to safety. There's a portal near my tower. Go there to escape.
But Maneth, I can help!
No! A Lightbringer must know when to fight and when to flee. Take the portal now!
Alright, through the portal!
From a hilltop a safe distance away, the apprentice watched as the city burned and the goblins slaughtered innocents. The apprentice looked at the Ember shard and wondered what good power was, if it was not used for those who needed it. Unable to stay away any longer, the apprentice rushed back to the city, praying that it was not too late.
Spoilers, it was.
Our hero could hear the wailing even before reaching the city gates. It was soon joined by the crackling of flames and the hopeless moans of the dying. As he climbed over the rubble of the front gates of the city, the horrifying reality was made clear. Majas had been destroyed. Maneth's once great tower was a ruin, and otherworldly lightning flitted across the sky like ghostly claws. Our hero rushed toward the tower, toward Maneth, even as he dreaded what he would find inside. Our hero found Maneth dying on the floor of his chamber, the blood escaping from his wounds faster than any bandage could stop. His powerful magic was useless at this moment, as he faded in and out of consciousness. There was nothing to do but cradle his body and wait for the end. With his final breath, Maneth whispered,
It's your time now. Avenge this.
Our hero knew that Maneth's Ember crystal held the seeds of rebirth within its shiny facets. There was blood to clean up and death to avenge. But right now, the people of Majas needed homes. And our hero suddenly understood the responsibility Maneth felt every waking hour.
Okay, and now they're going to drop us into the building mechanics here. Hold down the right mouse button and drag to move the camera. Use the WASD keys to move around. The tower icon to rebuild. The cost will be paid automatically. And see where we're at here. So, do this. There's your tower. Bam. That has to go there. Choose your next building from the bottom panel. What we'll do is we'll make a market because it'll bring me money in. So we'll do that. Shift and drag. Holding down shift basically will keep it on the ground, sort of, even though it's not quite on the ground here because it's showing up red. But let's see if I can move around here a little bit. It's a little bit janky. Enter rotation mode with E. Try dragging the green curve around. Sort of works. Kinda, sorta. Oh, you know what it is? It's down in the ground. Not what I want. Or wait, is it? Oh, I guess no. I guess that's fine. Okay. There we go. So there's the marketplace. For Z to realign nearby surfaces without following the mouse. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. I appreciate that they wanted to have this sort of free building placement stuff. But I'll be honest with you, I prefer, like, if there was a way to just turn on a grid and just have it snap to a grid, and then maybe you could turn the grid off and then do your free rotations, that would be a lot better in my opinion, because then you could just kind of put it in the general area that you want it, and then you can turn the grid off and just have it scale it to wherever you want it. That's my opinion, but you know, I think that would make it easier than trying to drag these arrows around and whatnot. So do that. We'll accept the placement. Spacebar. Alright, we'll go into the tower.
Excuse me, my lord. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Abbas. As the head of Maneth's Curia Regis, I wanted to let you know that those of us from the council who survived the attack wish to serve you however we can.
Thank you for staying.
We have watched you grow up, and we all believe you will do the right thing. Only you can lead us back from this devastation.
I'll need all the help I can get to find Manus murderers.
We will do whatever it takes to bring them to justice.
While in inventorying Manus' possessions, we came across this mask.
While inventorying Manus' possessions, we
that's-
came across this mask.
Abbas held up a white mask with curious red markings.
I think they put the wrong text in here or something. The assassins wore that mask. Those markings live on in my nightmares.
We continue to scour Manus' archives for information on it. We may never know why they did this until we find them.
That mask is the key to finding Manus. Killers keep looking and have a drawing made of it. Spread it through the countryside.
Indeed, the word will get out. That's a very shrewd move on your part, my lord. The mask wearers won't be mysterious for long.
Well, nothing if not shrewd. This is your wizard tower. You can interact with different objects. There's a quest waiting for you in the throne room behind the Lionhead knock. That's the hold court. You can hear it knocking there. All these things are closed off right now, but we'll get to them once we do this.
Abbas entered the throne room and gave his terse bow to our hero.
My lord, we've had some success in our hunt. We haven't yet located the masked assassins, but we did find the goblins who did their bidding.
Where are they?
The little bastards infest the hills west of Brineberry. The foul creatures live in their own filth. It's horrendous. Our scouts nearly gave their positions away by vomiting into the bushes.
Sounds about accurate. Well, I'm glad they survived the expedition.
More or less.
Gather my people. It seems we are going goblin hunting today.
Horrid things. Wipe them out, my lord.
All right.
The sword on the stand is our traditional call to arms. I can't protect everyone by myself.
You may recruit additional soldiers. Use the sword and stand next to the blue portal to enter the recruitment interface. Okay. There's also an exclamation point over there. I don't know how to or what to do about that. Just says next to day one, and I don't know what he is. Am I supposed to be able to press my icon there or something? I don't know. Anyway. Army management. These are units you can research or train. You'll occasionally be offered special missions in your throne room, which will reward new unit types to research. The units undergoing training are listed here. You can cancel units to train and get the training cost back. Units are not available immediately. Time passes while traveling or resting using the stair. Trained units garrison your city. You can move units from the garrison into your army by dragging them into the army panel. Units cost much less upkeep while undergoing training. Okay. You can only replace casualties in your city. Enemies may siege, but will not actually begin the attack while you're away. However, it is wise to leave a garrison behind in case your field army is lost. You do not want to defend against a siege by yourself. All right. So the only thing we got right now are these melee units. Let's recruit as many as we can. And we have not enough population now. All right, conscription. So submit.
I should rest upstairs while my men undergo training.
All right. So it takes a day for them to get conscripted and whatnot. Also, look around town. Oh yeah, we can go down the stairs and walk around the town that we just that we've made. If we want to. We can actually go look at the marketplace and see if I. Oof. There's a lot of ghosting going on here. I don't know what that's about, but anyway. Go over here and see if I actually put this on the ground. And I did. I don't know what that haze is. Like you see there's like another texture moving. I don't know what that's all about. Can I interact with any of these guys? Townsperson.
Okay, I'll play along.
It's like there's a... Wow, it's weird. There's like two of him. You can see there's kind of a reflection here. I think the shadows are messed up. You can see his like sort of shadow gets big next to him, kind of. I think that's what's going on here. Might be just a nighttime thing.
We've not been properly introduced.
Townsperson. Alright. Wanted to look around for the sake of looking around. Market's not quite done anyway yet. It takes 2 days to do that. You can see all the things that are running there. Do I hit escape to go back? Ah, it is. Got it. Okay. Let's go rest until tomorrow. Then you get your 3 choices here. I will spend the rest of the day improving the production of the city. Why not?
It is dangerous to travel alone. I should take some of the men from the garrison on my travels.
Okay, so go to army management now, and we'll take was it control? Okay, shift click to pick up multiple, so we'll take 10. Oh, I can only bring 6 with me, huh? Okay. I can only bring 6 with me. Well, that is that now. I now understand why I had so many problems here. Research that unit. That's some zombies, because why not? The zombies seem to be pretty OP.
Time to move.
Also, can I... Not enough resources, not enough population. Got it. Alright, let's go do our thing. Gotta equip our weapons. We don't have anything to equip here, but you can see where you would have it. And all that stuff. And yeah, travel. Now we're on the map. There's the hunt for the killers up there. We don't see anything else on the map right now. It's hex-based. Rusty Forge occupied. Clear the enemy occupation and recover the steel producing village. Ooh. Normal difficulty, normal difficulty. 10 enemies. Alright, well, let's do this one. This is the main quest.
At the edge of the hills, our hero gathered with his army. Their lead scout was a sun-baked woman called Heridan. She hitched her thumb at the rolling green hills behind her.
I did a preliminary scout, and be warned, those hills are riddled with goblins. Nasty little buggers are everywhere.
Just need to find some link to the White Mask. Once I get that, the rest of them can rot.
Just don't let your guard down. The goblins are relentless. Are you sure you don't need me?
I need your scouting eye, not your sword hand.
Aye. Then save one of the buggers' pelts for me. I need a new saddle cover.
Saddle up. Oh good, I've got my UI now. And I got my guys following me, right? They are following? Yes. So press X to enter commander mode, drag to select units, right click or double right click to give orders. Alternatively, use the function keys to give commands quickly. So all these guys are F1. We could say F1 and is everyone. F2 select melee, select these. Everyone, will say, follow me.
On me!
Yeah. Here. Some filthy goblinses. F1, everyone. Charge.
Kill them.
Yep. This crossbow goblin is their leader or something here. He's got the big health bar. Oh, ouch. There we go. Whoa, my guys are up on the up in the air. Yeah, there's a little bit of jank. Ooh, you almost hit me. Oh, ow, you're killing my guys. Can't do that. Stop that. Alright, where's the, grab all the loot here. There's one more dude over there who is apparently stuck. Wow. Okay, you're having a bit of a problem. I can see that.
Oh, brother.
Okay, let me help you out with that little bit of a problem you're having there. It's again, it's early access. It's very early access. Did I get? Oh, do you not get the loot if you don't hurry up, or does it automatically give you the loot at the end? I have no idea. Like I didn't. Last time I played this, I didn't succeed here. I died like right away because my guys ran off and stuff without me. Guy's still up there in that tree. All right. I didn't realize I was training tree archers or tree farmers, but there you go. All right, keep. All right, 578 experience points, 129 gold, 1 wood, and a ring of leadership +2. Player kills per minute 2. All right, that's not bad. I lost out of the 6 farmers. I lost all of them except for tree farmer. Well, there you go. All right, so continue.
Our hero led the army in searching the goblins' encampment, such as it was. The goblins were no more than a step above animals, so it was surprising to find a note in their possessions, written neither in the king's script nor the chicken scratches of the goblin language. Our hero tucked the note away. It would require further study back at the tower.
Oh, is this just like a anagram? I don't know what VU would be though, but anyway, cool. Continue. So my army was, yeah, I'm down to just 1 farmer, right? So can I want to can I call upon more of my guys here? I guess I gotta go back, get them.
I should use the coins in my chest to trade with the merchants who have just arrived in town.
Okay, trade. You're able to buy and sell resources and equipment. Your inventory is on the left, while merchant's inventory is on the right. Okay. Spell books. Magical units abandon spell books each day to keep up their studies. Oh, interesting. That's a resource. Okay. Steel, armor units require steel, produce their equipment. Cracked bow, ring of leadership +2. 400, and I've got, they'll only take it out from me for 100? Order's Dawn. Arena at birth, the Order of the Watchers. Okay. Wooden walls in most buildings. So I need wood, so I don't want to sell that. But I could buy some wood here. Right, and then yeah, we'll just do that. Do I have enough money for like a farm or something? I feel like farm would be useful. Not enough resources. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's go army management. You know what? Let's. So the plus symbol mean that he's leveled up, I guess. Oh, upgrade to zombie. Oh, I can upgrade him to a zombie because I've researched zombies. Is that technically an upgrade? I guess it's technically an upgrade, right? Because these guys, these farmers are cowardly and they overwhelm. They do not hit hard, but they do it in groups. Upgrade to a zombie. Inflicts rot. Leaves spores when killed, slowing units in area, and is hard to destroy but stays down. Cannot be saved through leadership. Or vision and hearing. Reading requires 7.6 coins. Well, let's just okay. We'll get at least 6 of our farmers there anyway. 6 base, 0 from leadership, 0 from level, 0 from buildings. Okay, I see. So if I had more leadership, like I guess if I used the ring of leadership or something, it would give me 2 leadership, which would maybe give me +2 the number of army units I could have, maybe. With that, let's go rest until tomorrow. And let's do an enchantment, I guess. Focus extra energy into your weapons and those of your men. Damage will be boosted 20%. Sure. Do that.
Everyone is waiting for me to hold court.
Okay. Hold
We
court.
have made some progress with the note, my lord. It appears to be written in a code. We have discovered some of the letters, but not all of them. Observe.
Noe. So Valley Muck Feus. Den. Something Den. Really, I don't think it gave me any letters. Do. Den. Something. Dunes. Low road and hills. I guess the then scouts the crested dunes in the desert, maybe. Okay, came back empty-handed. Yeah, I assume that was supposed to give me a clue, but really did not. It really did not. Travel, ring of leadership. Put that on there right now. I had a second ring slot I didn't realize I had. No, whoops. Travel. Back on there. Alright, and heading out alone. What? Didn't I put people in my army? Did it reset that? I have people in my army. Don't I? Oh, it's, I think because I have the ring on now, it's like you can have 8, you can have more than what I had on there. Okay. I think that's what it was telling me. Which is interesting because it was showing that I could have 8 because I had put the ring of leadership on, but it's not showing that I had the ring of leadership on. So, okay. Travel. Let's head up here and get this, see if we can get this camp. All its resources. Rusty Forge. Occupied, attack to liberate town. Yep. Do that. let's do it. I know that the timer is up, but I wanna do this because I haven't. This is as far as I've gotten, and I'm really enjoying this. Oh, where's it? Nighttime? Oh, at nighttime, yeah, I think the shadows are messed up because we're getting like a shadow overlay instead of actual shadows. Where's the enemy at? I assume they put me in front of the enemy, right? I assume they're up here. See the cultists. Stamina going up and down. Oh, is that them over there? Maybe that's them over there. I think we're gonna need like directional markers and stuff. Like, is there something on the compass up there? I don't see any markers on the compass. Although I did see them when enemies appeared, so... I don't see anything over here. Something there. I mean, there's people here that are afraid of me. Oh, I see some buildings up there. This has got to be a place up here, right? Wolves over there? Are the wolves, I imagine the wolves are not friendly. Let's give them a wide berth. Okay, well, they didn't finish the wall here in the town. So will give us a way in. Go. Alright, over this way, guys. Oop, I leveled up. Nice. Oh, okay. Can I please enchant my thing? For some reason it wouldn't let me. Yeah, it just it wouldn't let me can't enchant my do the freeze again. The freeze defense.
With the Ember I've collected, I should further decipher the research notes at my desk to draw forth new abilities.
Got enough Ember crystals from your last mission to research or upgrade your spells. You can do this by interacting with the flowing scroll on your desk. Okay, well, I mean, and then there's a level up. You can see different things that we can do, and what these are, how these are affecting things. So yeah, it's early, and it's kind of still pretty jank, in many respects of the term. Shelf. Oh, you can level up through the bookshelf there too. Interesting. Okay, but you kind of get the gist. I think I can get the gist of what's going on here. So my friends, this has been. Let's see if I can get back to the main menu. This has been Empire of Ember. It is by Poleaxe Games. It's currently in early access on Steam for $25 US. It is very early access, so I don't know if you want to. I would only pop the $25 down if you really want to support them early on here. It's got the beginnings of a good thing going here. It's just it's still pretty early, as you saw. There's still a lot of bugs and whatnot, even bugs that I didn't even know were there previously. So that is that, my friends. As always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.